Hey, how you doing today? My name is Relyea and thank you so much for stopping by. Today, I want to show you a couple of different ways to enter Act 2, which is like the second half of Knight Silksong. We're starting to get out of the tutorial area and into the more difficult parts of the game. We've gotten a lot of the different abilities. You've gotten a way to get the Drifter's Cloak, and at this point, you are going to need wall jump in order to continue. You should also have your needle in to be able to play your music, your sweet music. So if you don't have those things already, go ahead and check out another video down below. But before we start making our way down there, I would like to really warn you and let you know that it is expensive. There are lots of benches where you're going to need rosaries, and there are a lot of maps that you have to pay for. So if you're going to be doing a lot of explorations, make sure you have plenty of rosary strings. I would say 2 is probably not enough. So let me show you a very quick and easy farm that you can do. And what we're going to do is we're going to head over to Greymoor. Make your way here into the halfway home. If you've made it to Bilewater, you already know where this is. So I'll leave it to you on that one. Make your way out and over to the right, and then there's a couple of enemies that you can defeat really quickly, especially if you just use your silk spear. You can take them out really fast, and you'll get 29 rosaries every single time. And then you can just sit at the bench and then go ahead and farm that over and over again. It's quick, it's easy, and also there's a place to string up your rosaries really close by. So after farming these guys a couple of times, you'll have 80 rosaries in no time. Make your way over to the right, one more screen. Also, you might as well fight these guys too. Get all the rosaries you can. You're gonna wish you had them later. Then come over here, and then this is where you can string up your rosaries. It costs 80, and you get to keep 60 even if you die. Look at that, I got 59. So now what we're gonna do is make our way all the way back over to Bilewater. And we can begin. So now, starting from Bilewater, we're gonna make our way all the way over to the left and over to the Shellwood Stag Station. I'm gonna run there. You can feel free to fast forward if you already found it. I'm assuming there are some people who haven't found the Shellwood Stag Station yet, and I don't want to leave them behind. So just make your way to the left from Bilewater, and we'll get there together. You know, if you already have the Stag Station, I'll see you there. Fast forward. If you probably already have that door open. If you don't, it's literally jump around and come down. It's easy. You got this. You should have already done that. Make our way over to the left. And keep going. Boom. We don't have to do that platform if we don't want to. So right here, this is where we're going to want to go up. Where it says, hey, there's a bench to the left. That bench is so far away. Why are you telling me there's a bench over there? It feels kind of like a lie. Now, make our way up. You don't have to worry about every enemy. Don't worry, we ain't got time for that. Do we, Hornet? No. We got tutorials to do. We got things to do, people to see. Make our way through, over to the left, and just like that, we got ourselves a Stag Station. So, if you already had the Shellwood Stag Station, welcome back. We're going to make our way over to the left. There we go. And we're going to keep going to the left. All right, so we're going to keep coming up to here. So the first chance you have to go up, that's where we're going to head up. I know we don't have a map, and we're not going to have a map for a little ways, but don't worry, I will get you the map as soon as we can. If you head over to the left, it ends up being a dead end, but it's worth checking out. It's lore implications, you know. You always want to get that sweet lore. So we're gonna head over this way again. Get all the lore you can. Learn about the game. Enjoy it. Breathe it in. I'm not gonna do all of the exploring. I'm gonna let you do that. This is a bench you're definitely gonna want to have. Now we're gonna make our way up and to the right, but we're gonna have to do some platforming to get there. These little guys are tough. They used to deal double damage. Luckily, the game got nerfed and they only deal 1 damage now. You are so lucky if you've never done this before. And when these guys were dealing double damage, it was super intense. It was really hard. Ultimately, we're trying to go over the top right over there. That's what we're trying to do. New enemies. And watch out that there's wind. It makes it really hard to get over to the left if there is wind in your way. Oop. Gonna head back over to the left. And then we make our way up and then to the right. Also, the wind can work in your favor. There you go. Make our way across. Just like that. Don't worry about these enemies unless you really, really want to fight them. All the way over to the right, and then this will take us out. Again, before we go, if you want to go get some of that sweet, sweet backtracking. And I told you I wasn't going to show you items, but hey, we're already here. There's a memory locket. You're going to want that, right? Other than that, over here, if we head down, that's that switch that I was showing you earlier. Boom. Now you got backtracking and you're a little bit closer to the bench. So if you took a bunch of damage and you want to heal, hey, go for it. All right, so now we're going to make our way up and to the right and back out of this room. Let's go. In fact, I'm gonna heal just to be safe because I'm already down 3 masks. From here, we're going to make our way all the way to the right. You saw these circles. You know what these circles are. Chakra. Get that sweet, sweet map. That's what we're looking for. We always want that map, but you know what? I just realized I'm pretty much out of rosaries. This is why I told you earlier, string up your rosaries because you're going to wish you did. Now that we can see the map, we can make our way up and over to the left. There's a little something out here on this side, but ultimately we're trying to make our way to the very top, and right here is our next bench. So let's go ahead and do that. Again, it does help having a crest that will give you an easier down pogo. The first time I did this, I did it without an easy pogo crest, and I really wish that I had something like this. Also, I am skipping stuff in these rooms. There is extra stuff around, so make sure you're exploring, okay? I'm trying not to take away everything from you. Go. That opens up at least a little bit of backtracking. Think you're all big and tough. All right, so we just kept climbing and climbing. So you can see where we are on the map now. And we are going to go hit that bench. Oh, what is that? Something else that costs more rosaries? What did I tell you? Everything costs so much money. It's just constantly money, please. Oh, and more rosaries? You need 100 rosaries just for this. That's why I told you to farm before we got here. So if we keep coming up, there's some other stuff around here. I don't want to get too much into that. Make sure you go and explore. Let me go get some more rosaries. Hit your bench. This next area you're going to get very, very familiar with because this is the start of the run back for the boss. And this boss is not easy. So you're going to sprint and you do not want to stop. Otherwise that enemy is going to get you. Then you're going to make your way up and to the right. Pogo these. Come up. Get around this guy. Ideally without taking damage. Oh, and I totally ruined it. It's okay. Mistakes can get made. You'll make our way around this. Oh, great. I triggered some more enemies. You make our way through this. Nice big jump. Pogo. Pogo. This guy's a fake. Oh, the wind got me. We'll show another run back because there's no way I'm doing this boss first try. Anyways, you make a way. There is a little thing over here, but it doesn't open from this side, so you'll get that later. Don't worry. I believe in you. When you make your way into this room, you will see that there is a lock, and before the boss will appear, you have to have found every single bell and have rung the bell before you make your way on. And if you can't find it, these pilgrims will tell you, hey, that's exactly what's going on. I forgot to go get the bell that is located over... Oh, it actually tells you exactly where it is on the map. That is great. In Greymoor, there's a bell. You have to make your way to the right and down and around and up and over to here. It's kind of a trek. It's like the only bell that's like not on your way, except for maybe the one that was next to the Shellwood station. All of the other bells, I think that they're all pretty much mandatory. So I'm gonna go ring that bell and then come back and do this boss fight. I'm not gonna show you the boss fight though, so I'll just show you that this is where you need to go. This is where you need to do a boss fight to get into Act 2. So let me show you the other way to get into Act 2 right now. The second way to get into Act 2 is going to be difficult. It's a lot more traversal heavy as opposed to boss heavy. Once you do get to, you still have to go through a boss to get into Act 2. This is just going to be a different boss. It's a different way, and it takes you through probably the worst zone in the game. So I'm just throwing that out there. If for whatever reason the boss of the first way that I was showing you was just too much and you just can't stand it, this is the second way to go. So starting from the halfway house over in Graymore, we're going to make our way over to the left and then climb this tower here to start. So just over here. And I'm not going to lie, I don't know if this is going to be the best way for the average, the normal way for people to go. Just throwing that out there. I think it would be pretty tough to find on an average playthrough. I feel like I found this area going the other way, if that makes sense. So showing you where we are on the map, we're now actually gonna make our way over to the right. Now watch out for these enemies. There we go. You can run past these if you want. You are going to want some rosaries because you have to pay for all the benches on the way. You also might want to unlock this for some back travel action, and this is just going to take you right back down to the halfway home. From here, we're going to make our way all the way over to the right. Again, it is so much easier if you have a good a good way to pogo. You're gonna want all these rosaries. I'm telling you, you're gonna want them. All right, so right here we've got Sinner's Road, and this is arguably one of the worst areas in the whole game. Only followed up by the next worst area, which is the area we're going to be going into immediately after this. So we're going to make our way up and to the left. There's a thing that says, hey, bench up and to the left, but we can't reach this bench yet. So in order to get to the bench, we're going to head our way over to the right. And then from this room, we're eventually going to make our way over to the top left. Anyways, you'll pogo across this. I could use any soul I can get. Make our way over. You can try to skip enemies, but they will chase you down 9 times out of 10, unless they got nerfed a little bit, which maybe they did. Maybe they did. I remember these guys used to attack me all the time. So we're gonna make our way all the way over to the left, which opens up this door. So now when we make our way all the way over to the left from this room, that's how we are going to make our way to a bench. There's a little backtracking. Oh, good thing we opened up the backtracking. So now with that backtracking, we can make our way over to the left. And we're gonna have to do a little bit of platforming before we do a lot of platforming. So right here we can insert our rosaries, but you're gonna find out that this bench is broken. So we're gonna have to do a whole bunch of platforming to be able to get that open, and it costs 90 rosaries just to open up this area. Did I tell you that you were gonna want to save up a bunch of rosaries? I'm pretty sure I told you you're going to want to save up a bunch of rosaries. All right. So now we can go ahead and buy the map. I can give you an idea of where it is that we're going. As of right now, there's a breakable wall up at the top left. Would be super easy to miss. Toggle that. Get up here. Heal if you can, because why not? Oh. Yep. Just eat the damage. That's a technique. It's a speedrunner technique. But don't worry, there's a little bit of silk here. Not enough to actually heal though. Ooh, I'm hurting. I'm hurting. I really want this bench. We're gonna chase this. Ooh, there we go. And right here, there is a bunch of stuff that we want to break open, and that will free the bench. And we're so close to this bench, I could taste it. I believe in you, just like I believe in me. Open up the backtracking, like we'll ever want to come here again. We won't, don't worry. And boom. Woo! We got a bench. We are not even halfway there. So what we're going to do is we need to make our way to the top of this room. And then we're going to make our way all the way over to the right. And then after that, we're going to make our way over to the right some more. I think it's like right about here. There's another path. It's an extremely long path before we get to another bench. So having this bench is pretty much mandatory. Just saying. Also, if you didn't know, at least on controller, if you press right trigger, you'll stick to the wall a little bit more. And if you trigger an enemy, just run out of the room, come back in. We don't need all that. We can let him figure his life out. Yeah, you want to come in? Nope. Leave me alone. No means no. All right. So now it made it over to the top of this room. Luckily, this is not a little boss fight right away. But what we're going to do, like I said, we're going to make our way all the way over to the right. And then if we make our way to the very bottom and down, there actually is a bench here. So let's go ahead and get that progress locked in as soon as we can. We do want to take the high road. And yeah, this guy probably just wants a hug, but we ain't got Hornet ain't got time to give out free hugs, so there we go. Open up the door. We press on. So now we're in this big, tall room, and there is stuff to explore, but we want to lock in the progress. We want to get to this bench. The way to get to that thing is actually up and to the right, in case you were wondering. But then you got to possibly fight this guy. There we go. There we go. Easy. Little shard bundle in case you need it. Nothing like smacking these guys around. Again, pick up all the rosaries you can, even if they are going to scatter all over the place. And so we actually don't want to go in the side room here. I mean, you can go in there. You can go look at it because there's a flea. But we're going to press on. I will end up saving all the fleas, but right now we just want that sweet, sweet progress. And you got to watch out. Ooh, I forgot that was breakable. I swear I've done this before. And then we got to save. There we go. Woo! Take them out. Super easy. You'll do it on your first try, I'm sure, knowing that they're there. Rest at a bench. And now we're at the furthest part from making it to another bench. Go ahead and talk to this NPC if you want. Get the little bit of lore from here. You might want it. And then press on. Now we get to climb and kind of go back the way we came from. All right, so from where we're at now, we're going to make our way all the way back up. And then there should be a spot right here that we're going to get through. Remember, if you're on a wall, right trigger and you'll stay closer to the wall when you climb up. When fighting enemies from the air, I like to attack them from down below because they usually don't have a way to attack straight down very easily. Ah, right here. breakable wall is what is going to allow you to make your way over to the right. Of course, of course. So, welcome to the worst area in the game, Bilewater. I will not have a map to show you exactly where we need to go, but we're going to make our way all the way over to the top and to the right, and there are traps all over the place, okay? So, you might want to go kind of fast, and also, the water's like poison. Fun times, enjoy that. Again, traps all over the place. Oh, I thought I pogoed that. Okay, I can heal. We're okay. So now that we made it one room to the right, in this next room, when we get a chance to climb, we're going to climb all the way up to the very, very top. Oh, missed it. There we go. Trying to fight some of these enemies just so I can have the extra soul, because we've got a ways to go. There we go. Now I can heal if I want to, need to. Again, just to show the map, get a general idea of where we are. So in this next room, we're going to make our way all the way over to the very, very left. Ooh, watch out for the poison darts. Again, just all the way to the very left. So I think, oh, I didn't mean to heal. That was an accident, but it'll be okay. No. Okay. Well, chakra is up in this room, just kind of up and to the right a little bit, but you can't get there from here. It is a little ways away to be able to actually get here. You have to kind of come at it from another way. This is kind of like the Fog Canyon of Hollow Knight, where there's not, it's very hard to get the map. And luckily, by the time you get to this next room, all you have to do is drop down to the very bottom and make your way to the right. We've even got a map that tells us how to do it. Just stay away from all the enemies. Excuse me. This is a room that we're dropping all the way down to the bottom. Just very, very carefully. Because these guys will chase you to no end. Woo! And their explosions do not feel good. And right here, over to the right, this is probably the most important bench of the whole thing. Once you've made it here, you've made it. But that's for the bench, and that's for the stagway. You kind of want both. This is why I said you want all of those rosaries. I hope you heeded my my warning. Because now Hornet can feel a little bit better. I forget how many rosaries for this one. 80 rosaries! Are you kidding me? It's theft. It's robbery. But you should have enough rosaries because you prepared. At least I hope you did. Could you imagine getting to here and then not having enough rosaries and stuff? Couldn't be me. All right. So now that we made it to the bench, what we're going to do is we're going to make our way over to the left, and we're going to get into this weird area called the mist. And once we get into the mist, my area is not going to be like your area. It's all randomized. And you can only get through the mist one time per saved game file. Once you get through the mist, it gets removed from your map. The area is kind of difficult, and you have to have your needle in to progress through this area. Have to have it. So see these guys? When you play your music, they will show you where you need to go. So you're going to kind of run around like a chicken with your head cut off, not really knowing exactly what to do, hopefully not dying in like one hit. And what you're looking for is these. I guess you have to be a little closer. There you go. And then they will show you how to get out of here. And they said up to the top right, but if you're still not sure, you can play it. And again, they will show you where you need to go. Just like that. It's kind of like Ocarina of Time in the Zelda games. And if you didn't know where to go in the forest, then if you took a wrong turn, you kind of started all the way over. These things will hunt you down and chase you and try to fight you. You want to try and stay away as best as you can, if you can. I just say avoid them. Avoid them like the plague, and you'll be okay. All right, so this is saying go to the bottom right. We got another one. Tell me where to go. Show me the way. There we go. So that's 2 rooms. Uh-oh. So this one, I think we're probably gonna have to trigger. Ah! No! That's why we stay away from those. Double damage. And they're scary. They're just scary. That's the miss. You're gonna have to do it. You wanted to go the hard way, and look where it got you. Luckily, it puts your silk right here. Otherwise, that'd be really tough. So they're gonna show us where we need to go. Probably top left. It's looking like. I'm gonna assume it's this one. Oh no! Come on, top right. Right next to me. Top left. Oh, we don't have any sort of double jump yet, so gotta be ready for all of the traps. There are so many traps, and we can't. Oh, no. We're gonna stay away from that. Oh! Scared me. Tell me where to go. Make it easy. Make it easy. Up left. Yeah, it's right here. Let's go. All right, so that was 3 rooms. Tell me we're out. Uh-oh, we got another room. You are not wanted here. Okay, well. We got her. Oh, there's more. I can't remember if there's room number 4 or 5. Okay, so there's one up there. Wait, didn't we already come here? We did this, and last time it was just top left. Did I go through a wrong door? Oh, I think we made it out. Yeah, we made it out. All right, once we've made our way out of the mist, you have to get into this funky, nasty stuff, unfortunately. And then right here, we're going to enter into the organ. And so the exhaust organ. And so we're going to make our way. Ah! These enemies. You don't want to die now. You've come too far, so just be careful. You don't want these little enemies that'll track you down to follow you. So you're going to make your way over until the room opens up, and then you're going to follow the path over to the left, and then you're going to see that there is a bench. Yes! And now you're going to make our way over to the boss fight, which will then eventually lead into Act 2. Okay, so from this bench, you are now ready for boss fight. So make sure you have whatever crest that you want for the boss fight. It might make sense to go with the beast, so that way you can have extra tools going. Otherwise, pretty much you want to change your stuff around so you're ready for a boss fight, right? So from here, you're gonna make our way all the way over to the right, to the end of this path over here, and then we're gonna be doing a little bit of platforming. Come up a little bit, wait, and here we're gonna come up. And remember, don't rush it. Don't rush it. We got this platform we got to do. Then you got a couple of different options for paths. Go to the lower path. And right here, you can break this open. Now, we got ourselves a little bit of backtracking from the bench. You'll make your way up all the way to the very top. And then you'll head over to the right. Watch out for that organ blast. And then up here, we're going to make our way up just a little bit further. And just like that. And right here is where you're going to have the boss fight. You can see the boss right there controlling the organ, but I don't want to spoil the boss for you. Finish this boss fight, and then the path will lead you on a little bit further where you'll get to another bench and another stag station. Once you leave that area, you will then be in Act 2. If you need help with either of these bosses, the first boss that we had the really long backtracking, or this boss right here, go ahead and check out the links down below, and I'll help you out. I hope you found this video helpful. Again, my name is Relyea, and God bless. Bye.